your Camden Radio.
Hello guys, and welcome to the second broadcast of Camden Radio, produced by Steve Gilmore and recorded exclusively in Camden Music Studios. We are a guitar shop, as you know, and we do Wednesdays busking sessions where we allow people on the street to come and showcase their music live in the window. If you're good enough, you make it to the radio, which I'm presenting now. My name is Eris Herbert and I'm going to be your presenter during this show. A lot of the songs featured during this episode have sessions coming up. Sessions included in this episode include those from Somerset Barnard and Tommy Doyle. Future sessions include those from Sam Garrett and Dana, Lane Hines, Mika and Whiskey Mick. Okay, let's hear that first song and get this episode started. First song is Sunday Morning Breakfast with that amazing, incredible song, Stateless. This is your Camden Radio, sponsored by Camden Guitars. Check us out on Facebook, Google, YouTube and Twitter. Here we go. This is your Camden Radio, sponsored by Camden Guitars.
Side by side, humanity in a double-decker stateless. Loving and hating you, hiding my weakness behind this flag. I walk while others run, lost in a sunset that tastes your blood filling. Stateless, stateless. Distant divide, lighting on my life and yours, you don't seek me out. And I fall apart, lift me up, give me and try. In the city of silver bay eyes, bittersweet days, people come and go, sending moments like pearls of a necklace, broken each day and each day new. I hold them through my fingers, but they slip all over. I am on my knees, looking for them in an empty room, feeling stateless. Wrapping crumbs of peace and then relive in a walk, writing the song. Up to city, once me carved in iron, and I hold on I hold on with my head held high. I hold on. If you're now and then, any time I feel stateless.
Camden Radio. And that was Stateless by Sunday Morning Breakfast. Absolutely amazing song. Okay, up next I got a song from Andy Kin, who is a regular at Camden Guitars, regularly, pumping out his brand of punk. Let's see if you like it. Stay If You Like, Andy Kin, and this is your Camden Radio.
Your Camden Radio.
Behind those eyes, it's gonna be falling head over heels. Seek the real deal. Who is that behind the smile? Is this real or just fantasy? Stay for tonight. Stay if you like. Wrap your worries in a ball and shut them out, 'cause now you're right. Say what I wanna hear. Make me feel like I'm the best on love affair you ever had. Fall into my arms again. Stay there for the rest of the night. You can stay as long as you like. Stay for tonight. Stay if you like. Wrap your worries in a ball and shut them out, 'cause now you're right. Stay for tonight. Stay if you like. Wrap your worries in a ball and shut them out, 'cause now you're right. Alright, alright. Stay for tonight. Stay if you like. Wrap your worries in a ball and shut them out, 'cause now you're right. Alright, alright.
Camden Radio.
Was a little girl, she dreamed about flying around the world. Always saw the day that she would run away. No one could have stopped her anyway. Her friends have always thought she's from a different kind. No one ever really knew what's on her mind, until the morning she opened her eyes. When she finally came to realize that she just needs to spread her wings and fly away. But nobody sees her, she just have to break her chains. She's so afraid to start all over again. Yeah, start all over again. Yeah. Some birds too wild to tame them. Some birds are too free to cage them. Some birds, they don't need a thing from you. And sometimes it's too hard to see that some things are so hard to leave when your life has so much to give to you. Just need to spread her wings and fly away. But nobody sees her, she just have to break her chains. She's always saw the day that she would run away. No one could have stopped her, 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 no one could have stopped her. Oh, so she just have to spread her wings and fly. She just need to spread her wings and fly. Nobody sees her, she just have to break her chance. She's so afraid to start all over again. Yeah.
Wow, what a powerful performance from Dana Likvonik, an Israeli artist who, before turning up in the UK, was in the Israeli version of The Voice. Actually, she didn't even know that the shop was here and just happened to be walking by, as is the case mostly. Well, I've got a song up next from John Alma, who you guys will remember. It's called Dreamers. Just to give you a little bit of background information, John Alma has played in the shop quite frequently. He's a singer-songwriter from Spain who has lived in Camden for a year and, well, is very well known. We have recorded with him for future broadcasts, so more to come from him.
This is your Camden Radio, sponsored by Camden Guitars.
Upon a time, there was a story in my mind. I was trying to understand what's going on. Something really sweet was born inside of me. I couldn't stop, I couldn't stop. Miss that feeling like me before. Everyone could be a dreamer. Inside of a dream, he dreamt long time ago. Everyone could be a dreamer. Inside of a dream, he dreamt long time ago. Baby, it's a tiny line, tricking me every time. I was thinking my thoughts. Didn't know what the plan was. Something really deep was born inside of me. I couldn't stop, I couldn't stop. Miss that feeling, let me fall. Everyone could be a dreamer inside of a dream. It dreamt long time ago. Everyone could be a dreamer inside of a dream. It dreamt long time ago. Oh, don't let anyone stop your goals. Oh, be fast before anyone else. Just for your part, get what you want. Get what you want, baby. Everyone could be a dreamer. Inside of a dream, he dreamt long time ago. Everyone could be a dreamer. Inside of a dream, he dreamt long time ago. As I say, a long time ago. A long time ago. Ooh, 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 a long time ago.
Your Camden Radio.
Dreamers by John Alma. Okay, remember we have a session coming up next after this song by Somerset Barnard. But first, here is his song. This is Your Camden Radio.
Your Camden Radio.
Well, I'm traveling down this highway of 1,000 dreams, keeping the sun behind my back, while the taste of cigarettes and beer on my lips, girls and guns and no cocaine. Another month on the road, another 8-room dawn to lay my head. Well, the hole in my boots is getting bigger. There ain't no Saturday night gig to pay the rent. Well, it's $3 spirits all night long. Happy hour never ends. Well, the Frenchmen, they rack a game of pool. There's no pale skins round here, they're all tan. Another month on the road, another 8-room dawn to lay my head. Well, the hole in my boots is getting bigger. Ain't no Saturday night gig to pay the rent. There's a blonde girl, she's high as a kite, and she laughs at the ink of my pen, while her glazed eyes hide distant memories. Tomorrow is after I sleep. Another month on the road, another 8-room dawn to lay my head, while the hole in my boots is getting bigger. Ain't no Saturday night gig to pay the rent. Take it home. Not good to pay the rent.
Sponsored by Camden Guitars. This is your Camden Radio.
Okay, there you go. A song by Somerset Barnard, and we have his interview session coming up right after I tell you a little bit of background information about him. Somerset is a country roots and country blues singer. He is signed to the record label Race Cafe Records, and he has been compared with the likes of Johnny Cash. Sharing his time between the US and Australia, he happened to be in London for 1 week and to be in Camden for that one day when Steve grabbed an interview with him. Okay, here is the interview with Steve Gilmore as the interviewer.
Camden Radio. Your Camden Radio.
Hi, I'm sitting here with Somerset Barnard, and you've just heard at least one of his songs. We've recorded about 3 or 4 at this moment. Okay, so the first time I met Somerset, he came into the shop about, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
So let me ask you a question. When you came into the shop, did you know about it, or did you just kind of come by and see it?
I walked past into a guitar shop and thought I'd...
So it was like completely out of the blue?
Yeah, I had a few moments spare, so I thought I'd come in and say good day.
That's so Camden. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about this particular project you're on.
Well, it's funny what you say about me having different facets, because one thing back in Australia about music in general is
people like to label things. They like to put you in different genres and say, you're a blues singer, or you're a country singer.
Yeah.
And I've always thought that music shouldn't be seen like that. Music should be seen as crossing many different boundaries, you know, whether that be cultural, religious,
well, it's
everything.
Music. It's music.
Exactly.
It's just music.
You know, and there's no reason why the blues is any different to folk, the country. I sort of think they should be grouped together as music as a whole. Because I listen to hip hop, I listen to jazz, I listen to everything. You know.
So you had a career in Australia, right?
Yeah, I was on a label back in Australia, and I was playing around quite a bit. You know, touring all the way around Australia, along the East Coast, across to the West, and a lot of different little country towns. You know, but the distances are so huge in Australia. It's not like here.
No, that's
you're
true.
doing like 300 kilometres.
500 miles to go to the shop. Yeah.
But I sort of decided that I'd embark on this project where, I mean, it's been in the back of my head, and over a couple of drinks, several times, I've talked to my mates about doing it. You know, and so I guess I eventually just decided to get up and do it. And what I decided to do is try and bust my way throughout the world, and basically record 20 different songs in 20 different cities all across the globe, and capture the different sounds and the different feeling of each different city in particular. I
mean, that's one of the things that has really impressed me, is the fact that when we were listening to the song that we recorded, which is obviously the song for London.
Yeah.
And by now our audience would have heard that song. So to me, this really encapsulates what Camden Town is. The feel of it, the sound of it, the lyrics, the way it works. But there again, once you played me the New Orleans jazz one, that one also said to me, because I know New Orleans, I've been there lots of times. This really says this is New Orleans. So really, to me, what you're doing is you're really capturing each of these different places that you're playing at. Yeah. So when is this likely to see the light of day then, seeing as that you're travelling all over the world for the next 2 years?
Yeah, somewhere around maybe, I don't know, 2016, maybe 2017, because the plan is to release it not just as an album, but to write a book as I go as well.
Absolutely.
So the plan is to write a book to go with the album. That's the plan.
You've got it all planned out, I'm telling you.
To some degree,
got it all planned out. Okay, so in our conversations, we've spoken a little bit about Camden and, you know, what it means and what it's kind of doing. And obviously, you came here. Did you know about Camden before?
I came here by mistake.
It was actually a mistake.
Well, I got off the plane at the airport and I had about 30 pounds, because I left Atlanta, and to cut a long story short, I had to get an emergency passport in America, and then so I had no money left, and so I had about 30 pounds when I got off the plane. Somehow I got through customs. I hope this is broadcast after I've left the UK. But
you'll be gone by the time this one comes out.
But so somehow I got through customs. That was quite funny, because the customs officer said, "How much money you got?" And I was kind of honest with him. I said, "Like, I've only got 30 pounds." 30 pounds? What do you mean?
Yeah, 30 pounds. Well, I don't even buy you breakfast.
So I sort of said to him, "I'm busking my way across Europe." He said, "You're what?" And he took me to the detaining room, and I had to show him on Facebook. I was like, "Yeah, I bust across America and South America." So he said, "Okay, so you honestly think you can bust across Europe?" I said, "Yeah," and he let me through. And I've been down to Penzance as well. So,
well, I have to say that I mean, we've known each other a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I have to say that as far as I can see, you've made a really big impression here. Lots of people now know who you are. So when you say, the blues guy, it's instant. The guy that was playing at the stables, right? That guy. Because people recognise something different. And somebody said something to me the other day about how refreshing it was to hear something that wasn't like the normal busking stuff.
Yeah.
And I must admit, that was the thing that really impressed me, is the fact that it sounded so new, so fresh and exciting. I must admit, I'm really knocked out that you actually came into the shop and we met, and I can't wait to hear the results of this. Okay, Somerset Barnard, it's been wonderful speaking to you, and we'll be back with some more music in a while.
Okay, there you go, Somerset Barnard, interviewed by Steve Gilmore. Up next, I have a song by Eris, You Reap What You Sow. This is your Camden Radio. Keep sharing us on Facebook, Google, YouTube and Twitter.
Sponsored by Camden Guitars.
This is your Camden Radio.
Yes, I bless you, love and greetings, Eris I represent. See me? Kaboom! Hey! You see it? It's a reggae music, yeah. It's a reggae music now. Hey! This a reggae music, yeah. All the righteous people choose it, yeah. We can't afford to lose it now. We can't afford to lose it, yeah. See me? This a reggae music, yeah. This a reggae music now. Huh. Yeah, man. Roots and reality. Give us a successor. Listen me. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae music for your soul. Sing along. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae for the young and the old. Hey, reggae music for your soul. Reggae music for your soul. Sing along. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae for the young and the old. So sweet, so right, when the rhythm well tight. Jamming all day and all through the night. So nice, so sweet, when the roots man not tweet. Jaja music make you spiritually fit. Help you much more than a first aid kit. Help you get out at the bottomless pit. Love this reggae music, it's so sweet. You see it, no retreat. Hey, reggae music for your soul. Reggae music for your soul. Sing along. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae for the young and the old. Hey, reggae music for your soul. Reggae music for your soul. Sing along. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae for the young and the old. Listen, come give me the one drop. Rockers vibration a play non-stop. Real roots warriors and never ever pop. And me said, Jaja music I'm moving to the top. Reggae went for the other hip hop. Reggae inspiring up artists in a pop. Move your body on the rhythm and lift your head up. Babylon can get you in a trap. Hey, reggae music for your soul. Reggae music for your soul. Sing along. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae for the young and the old. Hey, reggae music for your soul. Reggae music for your soul. Sing along. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae for the young and the old. Hey, now. Hey, hey. Whoa, now. Well, yes. Whoa, now. This a reggae music, yeah. This a reggae music now. This a reggae music, everybody choose it. We can't afford to lose it now. Huh. Oh, no. Well, yes. Hey. Oh, no. From the days of Studio One, Robert Nesta Marley, to all the second and third generation soldiers of your army, to all those who keep this music alive in the present days. Hey, we represent that the living fire of reggae keeps burning always. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae music for your soul. Sing along. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae for the young and the old. Hey, reggae music for your soul. Reggae music for your soul. Sing along. Reggae music for your soul. Reggae for the young and the old. Hey, this a reggae music now. This a reggae music, yeah. This a reggae music, we can't afford to lose it now. Oh, no. Well, no. Yeah, sweet reggae music, that's it. Reggae music can never die. but we multiply. Yeah. Now give up, but we moving to the top, yes. Moving to the top, yes. Moving to the top, yes.
Camden Radio. G-Ras, everyone, absolutely amazing. Okay, up next we have a song from Mexican recording artist Mica Montez. Again, she was only walking by the shop with all her kit, and that's how she came to find us. She came to a couple of Wednesday sessions where she really impressed us over there. After that, I'm going to be playing you a song from Nathan Miller, who's from Northern Ireland, and he's played in the shop 3 times, and he always comes direct from Ireland. So yeah, here we go. Your Camden Radio.
Camden Radio.
Your Camden Radio.
Started walking a lot, the desert feels till I finally drop. That's making my head kinda weird. I will pick up all the goods that I lay. Gonna make the fun take me to some other place. And I'm not, I am looking up. I ain't coming back. This is a sweet dream I'm living in now. Everywhere I go, my heart's sunny. The sky seems to have no top. I have a bell full of rockets to take me up, up, up. I am looking up. I ain't coming back. I am looking up. Yeah. Shaken to the core. Now I'm looking over. Shaken to the core. Now I'm looking up, looking up, looking up. I throw myself to the door and I open it up. Stand up on the edge, ready to drop the bomb. I will pick up all the goods that remain. Gonna make it work, make it to some other place. And I am looking up. I ain't coming back. I am looking up. Yeah. Shaken to the core. Now I'm looking over. Shaken to the core. And I'm looking up, looking up, looking up. I'm aware from this, but there is nothing that can change this spell. Risky things coming to me, but that's the point when my heart's on the face of the game. Magic tricks, I'm aware from this, but there is nothing that can change this spell. Risky things coming to me, but that's the point when my heart's about to be shaken to the core. And I am looking over. Shaken to the core. And I am looking up, looking up, looking up.
Your Camden Radio.
got water to go. Kick your life. She got water to go. Can you lie? She got water to go. Can lie? She got water to go. Yeah.
Your Camden Radio.
Silence just reminds you of the days you laid awake. Well, you're not the reason why he changed, or the reason he moved away. Stories change, but the truth remains, oh, little Miss Hideaway. When dealing with your darkest ghost, won't you deal it face to face? Broken thoughts to ride your heart, or drunken nights and drive the car. Just be gone, baby, gone, baby, gone. Just be gone, baby, gone, baby, gone. Just be gone, baby, gone. Oh, baby. Far too cold to take the load, don't sink or swim to shore. The days are draped in a velvet haze with no reminders of before. All the scars from all the wars will gently be no more. Days like this are meant to hurt you, they're meant to bring you cause. Broken thoughts to ride your heart, or drunken nights and drive the car. Just be gone, baby, gone, baby, gone. Just be gone, baby, gone, baby, gone. Just be gone, baby, gone. Oh, baby. Don't get left in the coming storm when the wind blows in from the ocean shore. It's not your home, it'll take us all. It's not your home.
Broken thoughts to ride your heart, or drunken nights and drive the car. Yes, be gone, baby, gone, baby, gone. 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 Yes, be gone, baby, gone. Oh, baby.
Jan Yates, amazing artist. He did play twice at Camden Guitars. First time was for the opening of the stage, and second time was for our 1 year anniversary, which I'm very pleased to say was amazing. We do have an upcoming session with him in a future broadcast, so stay tuned for that. In terms of interviews, we have another interview coming up now by Tommy Doyle. He is a Westminster busker, and he's a regular at Camden Guitars, busking Wednesdays. He was interviewed by Steve Gilmore. After his first song, Gyro Junction, coming up next, we'll play you that interview. And remember that we are now on SoundCloud, so get all your friends to share us on SoundCloud.
This is your Camden Radio, sponsored by Camden Guitars.
Now Stockwell is the town, me friend, it's free from strife and sin. Call around to the Dole, mate, they'll gladly let you in. When you get your gyro, it's only got one function. Get the beggar's strength, me friend, get around to Gyro Junction. Gyro Junction, I'm calling round about 11. Don't let me down. Gyro Junction, give me entrance fee so I can get drunk. Or 3:30. Hey, if you like enjoying life, come down to Leicester Square. Bring lots of British currency, we'll all meet you there. We'll kick off in the tavern, work round to the Buck and Dog. We'll all end up pissed as newts and spend every penny you've got. Gyro Junction, I'm calling round about 11, don't let me down. Gyro Junction, give me entrance fee so I can get drunk for 3:30. Now Monday morning's coming round, I've got no money for me ale. I'll call around and see me mates, see if they'll stand me bail. If they haven't got any bread, we'll call around to the pub. Then we'll tap the landlord for the rub-a-dub-dub. Gyro Junction, I'm calling round about 11. Don't let me down. Gyro Junction, give me entrance fee so I can get drunk. Or 3:30 or 4, it doesn't matter anymore.
This is your Camden Radio, sponsored by Camden Guitars.
Hi, welcome back. I'm sitting here talking to Tommy Doyle.
Hey, lovely fella.
A lovely fella, so he is. I first met Tommy when I was out busking, 3-4 years ago maybe?
Yeah, it must be.
And we used to busk in the same pitch. So I'd see this guy every single day. Once I started to kind of get to know you a bit more, I started to realise that your history in London and in busking is really huge.
I didn't think so. I mean, I feel like I've only been busking
because
10
it's your
minutes.
life,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, and for the rest of us, your life reads a bit like a musical adventure story. So tell us a little bit about how you came to England, how you started to play.
Oh dear, that's an awful difficult thing.
And we're going back a few years, right?
Yeah, well, we can't be going giving the whole history lesson because that would be unfair.
Yeah.
Suffice it to say, I arrived in London in '89, met a beautiful woman, learned to play the guitar, learned to play mandolin, learned to play penny whistle, and played on and busked. Been great fun. Met some terrifically wonderful people.
So at this stage of the game, then you've been busking 30 years?
I'd say 30.
Yeah.
More.
So when you hear the stories about what's going to happen here, and the fact that after September the 19th, if you're busking on the street here, it's an automatic £1,000 fine.
Wow.
How would you feel about that as a long-time serious busker? I mean, serious busker meaning that you earn your money from that, not anything else.
I wouldn't think it was. I don't think it's a very fair thing to do to musicians anyway.
No.
But aside from that, a person busking is not really breaking that many rules. And if they're any good, it's usually worthwhile listening, and you throw them 10p or £1 or whatever.
But you and I, we're of an age where we remember the earliest kind of busking.
Yeah,
where
the Sandmen and everything.
Absolutely,
yeah.
where people were busking. They didn't busk in the street like they do now, but they were very specific about targeting theatre audiences.
Yes.
So what they
queues.
used to do was buskers used to do the queues.
Yeah.
Of people going in and seeing films and theatre and everything else. Which kind of brings me to the next point. I mean, here we are in Camden. There's clubs and bars and God knows how many places that you can play, and yet not one of them want to pay you, the musician, any money to do that.
Yeah. How are you supposed to survive?
So how the hell are you supposed to survive? Yeah. So if you were doing gigs like I do, or you know, a lot of other buskers do, then you'd be in the same boat as everybody else. In other words, you couldn't go to a bar and say,
well, I'm just hoping and praying that they don't extend this band south of the river.
Now that you've played in Camden quite a bit, you're kind of getting used to, you know, the feel of it. Would you be open to playing gigs up here? Because I see an audience for your kind of material, definitely.
The only... You see, the thing is, I'm of an age now where I'm more or less beginning to slow down. And for me to take up the rein again and start playing in pubs and clubs and bars and wherever, after a heart attack, I think it'd be a bit of a mistake to go that road.
So your heart attack was what, 2-3 years ago?
Oh no, 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Cardiac arrest. It wasn't a heart attack, but it was.
Yeah.
I dropped down dead outside Greg's.
Not good.
Not good.
Especially outside Greg's, you know.
No, brilliant. What better place? Two ambulance crew were going in for their lunch.
Cup of tea right there, yeah.
That was jammy.
So obviously that did change your attitude towards your life and the way you lead it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it certainly hasn't stopped you from playing music, and it certainly hasn't stopped you from being passionate about it.
No, I love me music, and I think, well, I hope it comes over with what I'm playing. I don't know. I just like it. And
I think we're going to have a few people kind of laughing out loud at the lyrics for Gyro Junction.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it was wrote a long while ago when the pubs used to close at 3:30.
Yep, I remember them days. Yes, indeed. The pubs now, you know, now they're open all day, of course, but
and they're all empty.
Yeah. But that's because the drinking culture has kind of moved on.
Yeah,
right?
they want wine bars and polite conversation.
So a lot of the places, in fact, that you could have played at have disappeared.
Yeah, gone.
Been a wonderful.
Nice little chat.
Wonderful chat. A really nice recording session that we've done today. And as I say, I think there's going to be a lot of people out there actually laughing out loud at the kind of lyrics that you're coming up with. And hopefully we'll feature Tommy a little more as we get more and more into the radio shows. So we'll be back in a little while, and here's some music for you to listen to.
Sponsored by Camden Guitars.
This is your Camden Radio. Okay, thank you, Steve, and that was an interview with Tommy Doyle. Alright, up next we have an artist. His name is Whiskey Mick. Some of you might know him. He is very popular in Kentish Town, where he plays gigs, and sometimes alongside Jan Yates. His style is very much Celtic, and his influences include that of the Popes, Dolly Parton and Bill Monroe, and obviously a lot more than that. So here's his song, Camden Crackhead Pigeon, and you're listening to Camden Radio.
Your Camden Radio.
Camden Crackhead Pigeon says you don't need wings to fly, but in the clarity of drunkenness you can hear the eagle cry. You might leave her high, but can you leave her dry? And the fiddle kicks and the misty sticks go sliding on a misty lullaby, sliding on a misty lullaby. Oh, the Camden Crackhead Pigeon says I've only got one leg, and the eagle's wings unfolding as he's hopping off to bed. You can hear the whoops and whistles and the raising of the dead, and the banjo flicks and the U-bass riffs go sliding on a whiskey lullaby. They're sliding on a whiskey lullaby. Oh, the Camden Crackhead Pigeon says he don't really mind his feathers bent and battered and his best days long behind. It's a lover's gaze that will stay the eagle blind as the tangled strings and the yips and things go sliding on a whiskey lullaby. They're sliding on a whiskey lullaby. They're sliding on a whiskey lullaby, sliding on a whiskey lullaby, sliding on a whiskey lullaby.
This is your Camden Radio, sponsored by Camden Guitars.
And there we have it, a song by Whiskey Mick, Camden Crackhead Pigeon. Okay, we've come to our last two songs of the show, and we're going to be playing you two Sam Garrett songs, as he has a upcoming session. A little bit of background information on him. Sam Garrett is a local Camden musician who often plays packed out venues with his friend Riccardo Vitelloni. In fact, they both played in our December the 5th anniversary gig, which featured the likes of Riccardo, G-Ras, Jan Yates and Neo. Very exciting. I just want to say a big thank you to Steve Gilmore for helping with the production of this episode. I'm your presenter, Eris Herbert, and credits go to all the artists featured on this episode, and obviously Camden Guitars Music Studios. All comments are appreciated. If you could leave them on our SoundCloud and Facebook page, that would be awesome, guys. And yes, this is the end of Camden Radio, our second broadcast. This is your Camden Radio. I'm your presenter, Eris Herbert, signing off. Camden Radio, keeping it live.
This is your Camden Radio, sponsored by Camden Guitars.
Been wasting my time staring at the sky, clearing my mind, making room for the sunlight. I'll travel slow, cause I got nowhere to go. Follow my heart, cause my heart's my home. You know I'm lost in the moment, and I don't care no more, because I'm lost in the moment, and I don't care. And I've seen people feel up and I've seen people fall down, but my abode is in the here and the now. And these demons and dungeons won't defeat what I found. No, this is my keys are to the promised land. You know I'm lost in the moment, and And I don't care no more because I'm lost in the moment, yeah. And I don't care, oh no. Will you go and sit by me when I sing my song? Will you go and visit me for way too long? Will you go and sit by me, mama? Oh, when I'm gone, will you go and sing with me? Yeah, na na no no no, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, na 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 na, yeah. Oh, you know, say I know, yeah, mama. Oh, don't forget, mama, and don't let go. 'Cause what we reap now is what we sow. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, mama, and don't forget, no, and don't let go. 'Cause what we reap now is what we sow. Yeah, don't you know? Because I'm lost in the moment. And I don't care no more because I'm lost, yeah, no. And I don't care, 'cause I've been wasting my time staring at the sky, clearing my mind, making room for the sunlight. I'll travel slow 'cause I got nowhere to go. Follow my heart 'cause my heart's my home.
Camden Radio. Your Camden Radio.
Who see and the ones who get left behind. With both eyes open, your heart becomes a shrine. The ones who teach and the ones who go to war. You are the self, you are what you're looking for. So look inside, find the heart of life, life, and look to see what's hidden deep inside. And never blame the ones who sacrifice. With both eyes open, your heart becomes a shrine. Shrine. The ones who know and the ones who never dare to try. My brother, don't be afraid, your heart is on the line. The ones who hope and the ones who have no rights. It's all within. Your life is a bird that flies. So look inside and find the heart of life, life. And look to see what's hidden deep inside. And never blame the ones who sacrifice. With both eyes open, your heart becomes a shrine. It's time. Don't pretend your heart is weak. You can never lose your soul. You can see the world as one. Then it's all your home. And when all is said and when all is done and when all is found, you'll see that are free. Yes, we are free. Oh, so we are, we are, we are, we are, yeah. So we are, we are, we are, we are. So we are, yeah.
Sponsored by Camden Guitars.
This is your Camden Radio.